Now, being the official Olympic radio station, we love all things Olympic, so I was intrigued when I saw the story in the telly today about a Sydney-based bloke trying to become Iraq's first Winter Olympian and how he plans to fund it, which is even better. Get a load of this. Faisal Faisal is selling his bright red Ferrari 328 GTS, sacrificing it all to try and raise the cash to represent Iraq in tobogganing at the 2010 Games in Vancouver. It's like a scene out of Cool Runnings. He's only been into this tobogganing caper for a few years, by the way. He's back in Sydney, which he uses as his base, and Faisal's on the line. Faisal, g'day.
G'day, Chris. How you going?
What an Australian accent you have. Where did you get that? I thought you only used this place as a base.
No, well, I've been here for a while now. It's been almost 10 years, so I've been very fortunate to live here for that long.
Is there snow in Iraq?
No, not at all.
So what do the Iraqis think of your feat?
Well, they're still. Well, around the time I first showed up, they were too busy with the bombs, and they weren't really paying attention to sports back then.
Yeah, that's highly understandable.
Yeah, now they started to pay attention to sport with the soccer team doing well and all, but I'm waiting for the right time to come forward.
When was the first time in your life you saw snow?
To be honest, when I was a little kid in Wales.
Right.
I was 4 years old back then.
What about real snow?
Well, over at Thredbo, actually, the real snow, and that's when I first tried skiing. And I decided to become a skier even before I tried skiing. But yeah, that didn't really work out back then.
So what did you do? You just contacted Olympic officials and said, I want to talk about tobogganing. How do I get in it?
No, not quite. I first started out thinking that I'll do alpine skiing, but things didn't really work out the way I wanted to. Like, coaches just wouldn't take me on, and there weren't the institutions back in Iraq, so I wasn't allowed to compete and represent Iraq. And I tried a few other winter sports, snowboarding, speed skating, looked into ski jumping, but eventually, somehow, from an unlikely source, someone advised me to try skeleton. And this is after calling probably hundreds of people and, having everyone say no. But finally, yeah, I gave skeleton a try and really liked it and did well in a very short time.
You're amazing. Now, just for the record, it's not called tobogganing, is it?
Oh, no, it's called skeleton.
Skeleton?
Yeah.
Why?
Skeleton is the head's first single person going down the bobsled track. It's called skeleton because the sled used to look like a skeleton back in the day when they first came up with the sport.
And it's what, similar to the one you would use, say, at Thredbo down the slopes?
No, we don't have the track at Thredbo. Like at Thredbo, you can ski, snowboard, but there isn't a bobsled track there. So I first tried the sport out in Lake Placid in the US. And normally we train either in Europe or in the United States.
It's amazingly exciting, but I would have thought rather dangerous, right?
It really looks dangerous. It looks a lot more dangerous than what it really is, because if you know what you're doing, say when you're driving a car, when you know what you're doing, you're fine. It's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. You're going to go and crash into a wall. But
you know what you should be doing here? You should be filming everything you're practicing, everything you're doing, and this could become the Arabian version of Cool Runnings. Eh?
You never know. It could be, yeah.
Get that video recorder out, mate. You actually came close to making it to the Torino Games, didn't you?
Very close, just by one rank. Had 4 runs. Out of 40, top 8 were going through out of my group. Day 1, I was 10th. Day 2, by my 3rd run, I climbed to 9th. On the last run, it was snowing. They were cleaning the track every 5 runs, and mine was the 5th, and I tumbled down to 20th. So I was just one rank away, and no, it was like that day was when my life was crushed for the following year and a half to 2 years.
Where's the track you practice on here, though?
There isn't a track here. There's no track.
How do you practice?
We train in Europe, and I get to see the Aussies training. They don't have a men's team, but there's a women's team, and they're very good internationally.
So the Ferrari's up for sale, mate. How tough would that be?
Sorry?
How tough is it to sell a Ferrari?
Oh, it is, mate. I'm so attached to that car. It's unbelievable. It's very hard. But when I bought it, I was just living in the moment, and it was a tough time for me. It was right after the war, and I had just lost my best mate. And I just felt that life was short. And I worked for a short while in reconstruction in Iraq, helping civil engineers. And I earned a bit of money, and my friends were telling me I should do the sensible thing and, invest it in the future, buy something like property or something like that. But I thought, no way, life is short. I just bought the car and had it for 3 years. And yeah, unfortunately, now I've sort of past that stage, and well, not really, to be honest. But yeah, I have to let it go.
I crashed into a Ferrari recently. Was it yours?
No, not mine.
Yeah.
Mine has not got any accidents, in case any potential buyers are listening in.
I didn't have the guts to ask the insurance company what it cost. Okay, in terms of price, what do you want to sell the Ferrari for?
Well, mate, I'm going to advertise for 115.
Dollars.
115.
Come on, I'll buy it for $115.
No, mate, no deal.
That wouldn't even get me the blinker, would it?
Probably not.
115,000.
Wouldn't even get your full tank of petrol nowadays.
No, you're right there. How much petrol does the Ferrari take in a Bowser fill-up?
A full tank is just about over that, over 150, about 118, $120.
Yeah, no wonder you're getting rid of it. All right, so 115,000, and they can check it out. How do they find it? How do they see it?
Well, it's on drive.com.au, but
Right.
now there's been suggestions of auctioning it and maybe like doing a charity thing as well. But I still have to look into that. There's been suggestions. It's been a busy day today because of the article on the Telegraph.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to see what we'll do. But hopefully I can sell it soon to help fund the rest of my pursuit.
I so hope you make this, and you've got to keep in touch and let us know whether you do, will you?
I'd love to, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Chris.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good on you. Faisal Faisal, eh? Don't you love a dreamer?